Yeah, I mean, I don't think we could have expected Matt Patricia to be a good offensive coordinator. He wasn't a good defensive coordinator or a good head coach.
Yeah.
Well, when your last name's Patricia,
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Your last name's Felicia.
Oh, I see what you did there. Dude, save that for the show, bro.
This is the show.
I'm talking about the other show. I'm sorry. We didn't start this one officially yet, in my opinion.
He's definitely using this for uncut footage.
Oh, no. Anything, if you hear that record button, footage.
Week 11 in the Always Sunday Football Podcast. I'm Dave, joined by Jonny. How's it going, Jonny?
Doing well.
Hey, nice sweatshirt. And Anthony, what's up, Felicia?
Bye, Felicia. What's going on, man?
Hey, you looking nice with the new setup.
Looking a little revamped. Looking like I did something about it.
Yeah, looking like you thought it through. Welcome to week 11. Some people are happier to be here than others. We'll get to that. Before we look at the slate, let's take a look quickly at our our 3-pick parlay from last week. All three of us went 2-1. Look at that. That's the first time this year that we've done that, right?
That's for sure.
Jonny, read them down for me. What were your picks?
You know what's funny? I do not have my picks besides the Seattle
You
one.
just
I
said
you had like all of our picks.
we went through it before the show, and I expected to be able to. Anthony, what were my picks were? I was wrong on. We were all wrong on Seattle. Okay,
Yes.
I nailed Tennessee because that point spread was wacky, and Tannehill played well, and then I had the Dallas game right because the Packers STINK. Anthony, what were your picks?
Unfortunately, I had Seattle money line, so that was off. But I had Cardinals money line as well, which paid off, and the over for the Cardinals game.
Nice, John. Did you get your head out of your ass yet? Seattle, you got wrong. What were the two ones you had right?
I did the Atlanta, Carolina over.
Better off.
And I did the points with Minnesota.
There you go. Love those. You love those Vikings. You like that. You like that.
You like that, baby.
Speaking of the Washington Commanders, they are visiting the Houston Texans. The Texans are home dogs, 3 points, with a 41-point over-under. Anyone excited about these Commanders right now with Taylor Heineke? Anthony?
Yeah, I was like, I got a little Heineke in me. Whoa.
We all have a little Heineke. There's always there's two Heinekes in everyone.
Right.
But that's a different conversation completely.
They're riding Heineke. He's been playing well. They've been running well. I'll lay those 3 points.
Likewise, John.
Yeah, I like the under in this game. I don't think a lot of points are going to be scored in this game. If I had to pick something, I'm definitely going with the under. Both these teams cannot have a difficult time in scoring points, so I'm going to go with the under.
Yeah, I think the Commanders get up big and then sit on the ball and just run it out. And this game goes by fast, goes under, and the Commanders can cover that 3. Eagles, Colts. This game is getting interesting, more and more interesting by the day. The Eagles are visiting Indianapolis. 6.5-point home favorites, 45.5-point over under. John, Eagles, Colts. This is an interesting little matchup here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Philly last week, that was a fluke. I really, really think that Philly's going to come back and absolutely smash the Colts. The Colts have a new coaching staff. I do think that the leadership has certainly shown. Jeff Saturday has done something to re-energize the team, but it's not going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, especially with them getting Sue and stopping that running game. I think the way of how to beat the Colts is to stop Jonathan Taylor and beat them at the offensive line. They've beefed up that defensive line. So give me with the points with Philly, and they're going to smash in this game.
So you think getting sued is going to be better for the Eagles than it was for Deshaun Watson. Anthony, how do you feel about this game?
I'm gonna go the other way on this one. I'll take Colts getting those 6.5. Give me those points. The Eagles' run defense has been a little shaky. Jonathan Taylor's gonna have a decent game, and like Price Campbell, don't count that boy out. He's been having a fair time. So I don't think they'll win it.
Paris.
But I think Paris. Sorry, I think it'll be a close game. Where some people might think otherwise. I'm going to take those points.
I am going to take the over in this game for the exact reason Anthony said. I think it's going to be a little more competitive. And yeah, you know what? Give me those Eagles covering the spread, because I think that they're going to want to prove, even though it's going to be high scoring and it's going to be a good game, I think that in the end, the Eagles are going to want to prove who they are and try to put it on them, even if they're up. Lions, Giants. That rhymes, kind of, if you say it wrong. Giants are at home. They're 3-point favorites, 45-point line. Anthony, how you feel about the Giants with the Lions coming to town?
Listen, no Giants fan expected to be able to say what we are today, right? Nobody expected that. Lions are a little scary. I think they've been scary for everybody who's been playing them. Homeboys can throw up points, but they also can't stop anyone from scoring. We can go out there and have a 3-man offense and probably get some yards. So to me, they just got Wan'Dale. Wan'Dale's questionable. Not that he was really doing much anyway, or were they doing anything with the passing game? But to rush Barkley as there was 32, 33 times last week, that's exciting for a fantasy owner, but that's scary for me as far as a person who's saying we're in a fair game in the playoffs. But I'm going to take the Giants laying those points. I think they win by 4, just because of the way they've been playing. Keep close in the game, win in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think the Lions are going to possibly have an upset here. I really think so.
You bite your tongue.
One reason why I'm going to say that is DJ Chark could possibly be active.
Stop it.
That opens up. Ahmad St. Brown, so the offense could be a little bit more complete. And then
the reason why I say that is DJ Chark.
DJ Chark.
Stop it. Stop yourself, John. You just embarrassed your entire family. Everybody who's ever had the name Ortiz. The reason why I say that is DJ Chark. You had me. You sounded so good going into that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. DJ Chark, biggest reason. The best player on the line is DJ Chark. Anyway, you were saying?
No, I think it's going to open up the offense. They finally got their primary deep guy for this, and why I say that, I think it's better for St. Brown to get a little bit more
underneath work. I hear you. I'm busting your chops.
All right. So another thing too is I think DeAndre Swift, this is his second consecutive week where he's starting to practice a little bit more. Maybe they start implementing a little bit back.
That's making me nervous.
Be an interesting two-punch combo where they could be running the football, and this could possibly be a game where the Giants are going to be fighting for trying to put some points up on the board because they're running the football. So this is a really interesting game. I'm going to take the money line for Detroit. I'm interested to say that.
Oh, all right. I'm going to go with Anthony and lay the points with the Giants on this one, actually. I think Amon-Ra is a great play, John, for the same reasons you just said. I think he's going to get a ton of work. He's going to get wide open all day long. I don't feel so great about Swift coming back healthy just yet. And so I'm going to take the Giants because they've been doing just enough to win. And 3 points, I feel like they could cover 3 points. The Bills, now check this out. The Bills, Browns. There's so much snow in Buffalo that they moved the game to Detroit. The problem is that the Bills, the actual team, is still stuck in Buffalo because there's so much snow that they can't get to the airport to fly to Detroit. So this is a really interesting situation. The game has been moved. The Bills are technically the home team. and they are 7.5-point favorites with a 49.5-point line. Now, this over-under is coming down a little bit, obviously, because of the travel and everything else that's going on. Interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, you throw the weather in, it gives you a curveball, and obviously on what you're thinking about in any way. But as far as Buffalo, as we thought they were going to come in as just this dominant force, and they have been for sure, but they get a little shaky, make a couple mistakes. Look what happened last week. A lot of like numerous game costing mistakes. So where this one, depending on the weather and the running, like Browns have a great run of. I might take the Browns with the 7.5 right here, just because of the whole weather situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo this game. Buffalo's been on a really bad streak, and if we're talking about one of the best teams, top three football teams in the league this year, the Buffalo Bills. This team's going to turn it around against a Cleveland Browns team that they're not at quite the talent level as the Buffalo Bills. The Browns have had some success, but defense sometimes can be a little bit shaky. I think Josh Allen absolutely outplays Jacoby Brissett. I think this is going to go down to
You think so?
Buffalo can just put a shit ton of points on there, and I think Cleveland's going to do just enough to do the over on this game.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, see, I want to take the Bills here. 7.5 points, a little sketchy. I'm going to lay the 7.5 points with the Bills. Let's go. Over. No, I'll take the under just because of the travel situation. It's a dome, right? Detroit's a dome.
Yes,
so the weather's no longer a factor for the actual game itself, but just for the Bills getting there and all that stuff. It's going to be a big mess. Jets, Patriots. Johnny, the Patriots are at home. They're 3.5-point favorites with a 38-point over-under, one of the lower games on the week. Both of these defenses really intriguing in DFS. John, how do you feel about the Jets here? Do they take a grip on the division?
Jets, I mean, they can't go 0-2 against the Patriots. If this team wants to be, they got a little bit something to prove. This Jets defense is no joke. And I'm going to be honest with you, the last game, Zach Wilson the offense got a little bit stalled. And if they would have ran the football a little bit more, a little bit better of coaching, I think they clean it up this game. The Jets are clearly the better talented team. And the Patriots coaching staff this year is a little bit shaky, not your typical Bill Belichick year. So I have the Jets actually pulling this one out. Give me the money line.
Belichick's playing four-dimensional chess because he has Patricia, Joe Judge doing the offensive scheme. And then at the end of the season, he'd be like, what do you want me to tell you? I had Patricia and Joe Judge. Anthony, how do you feel about Jets Patriots?
I'm going to take statistics a little bit here. And
statistics are not in this. This is the Jets Patriots game. I don't know what screen you're looking at.
Well, Patriots, Belichick's just had the number, right?
Oh, okay. So you're going history.
Yeah.
Mystique and aura, not just strippers from Jersey.
But I'm going to take the under here with this game. I just think it's a very, very low scoring game. And but Patriots do have some weapons to score, and the Jets have some weapons, but it's a little over the place for both times. Both teams are shaky, but I think it just goes back to those divisional games, and this is one where the Patriots always, whatever the percentage is, they come out on top, and I think this is another one.
I'll ride with John on the Jets money line here. Give me the over. Yeah, give me the over. Give me the Jets on the money line, and I'm just not going to watch this game at all. I won't watch any part of it. I'll just find out later what happened. Maybe John will tell me what happened. Bears, Falcons, 1 p.m., 49.5-point line, which again, that's another one coming down. It was over 50 or at 50 before. Falcons are at home, 3-point favorites.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Bears money line. They've lost some pretty close games, and the Atlanta Falcons always find a way of fucking it up. So do the Bears. But Justin Fields has shown us that he could keep up. And against Marcus Mariota, I think Justin Fields wins the shootout.
This is one of my money lines here. I agree. I mean, I think it's actually been 3 weeks already where he's been a top 5, top 3, and 2 weeks in a row he's like QB1. I think they'll win this game too. So I'm going to take the money line. I'll stay under here. I'll stay on the under.
I agree on the under, and I will ride with the money line with you guys as well on the Bears. Matter of fact, maybe that we'll find that in the parlay. Panthers, the stinky Panthers. Anthony, you know your screen is frozen, right?
Negative.
Yeah, you've been scratching your head for quite a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's because I never plugged my phone in.
What?
Dude, like all these dude, this new setup. Give your boy a second here. This setup was
Yo,
handled.
my man's just like
I got
this.
all these.
Dave, you are definitely using this picture.
John, do it too. John, do the thing. Do it easy. Okay.
That's messed up, man.
What's going on over there? Are
Me?
you okay? Yeah, you. What's going on? We're waiting for you.
I know my phone died.
Oh, so you're not trying to fix it, or we're just rocking with this?
What do you mean? I plugged it back in. I mean, I plugged it in, but it takes, I guess, a second to turn back on once it dies.
Is it turning back on? I mean, can we get a progress report?
It has the charge button thing. I mean, the charge face on. You know, the little charging thing, like it's charging.
Carolina Panthers visiting the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is a joke game. The Ravens are favored by 13 points at home with a 41.5 point line. Anthony, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. You seem like worried or concerned. You good?
Yeah, you guys just, just making sure you're all right.
Sorry. Yeah, so I guess, go ahead. Why don't you just get off your chest whatever you seem like you just have something really important you have to say. Something's on your mind about this Panthers-Ravens game. Go ahead. Let it out.
I think this is going to be a not exciting game to watch. And it's clearly upsetting me.
Speaking of not exciting to watch.
Wow. Look at this line, fam. 13-point difference and 41.5 point over under.
That's because Baker Mayfield.
Dude, what if he comes back? What if he comes back and he's like the Justin Fields for a week? What do you think?
The spread is a baker's dozen, guys.
Ooh, look at this guy making funnies.
Like it.
Like it's dude, it's plugged in. Like, and I don't know.
I'm gonna take the Panthers. I'm gonna take the points with the Panthers because it's a baker's dozen. Give me 13. Panthers keeping it close.
Same here.
Love it,
Ooh.
Anthony.
Oh, I'll ride that. I'll ride that. But like that over under is just like what?
Rams, Saints. Saints are at home, 2.5 point favorites, 39 point line. A lot of low numbers this week. Kind of gross. Rams, Saints, nothing game I'm not really excited about watching. John, are you excited about watching this game?
No, I'm not. This is going to be a pretty low scoring affair. I'm going to go with the under here, but I am interested in this money line, though. I think the Rams can pull this off.
How about you, Anthony? You look really upset about this one. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm upset because the Rams lost Cooper Kupp, bro. And look how it made me feel. Look what it's doing.
Yeah, you're pulling your hair out. Hair out.
Whatever hair I have left is being pulled out immediately, and I'm gonna go with the Saints here, like laying those points and the over, because I think this is gonna be a Kamara blow up game. You're welcome, John.
Thank you. I
There you
appreciate
go.
that.
There you go. Yeah, see, I just something's crazy going down there in New Orleans. They got to fire that guy, Dennis Allen. He's got his head up his ass. Why isn't Jameis in the game? It's crazy. But with that being said, although you know what, I'll take the Rams. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams on the money line. Give me the Rams on the money line.
What? You're doing a little money line madness? Do a money line madness this week. You have two already. You have to do a third. And also,
I don't have two yet. No, I don't have two money lines.
Yeah, you do.
You did Jets money line.
I only did it. I rode with you on that one. I don't feel very passionately about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that one to have fun with my friend John.
Bro,
but I'm not going to put real money on the Jets. What are we talking about?
You know why? You know why the Saints aren't playing Winston?
Because you got pain everywhere.
No, because he walks around the facility looking like how I look right now.
Motionless and emotionless.
He's borderline dead.
I doubt that very much. I think Jameis is very, very emotional and vibrant in person at the facility. He's probably got a lot of personality plus. 405, this fucking shit fest. My God. Raiders, Broncos. The Broncos are at home, 3-point favorites, 41-point line. Ugh. Anybody?
So what you do here, guys, this is what you do. You make yourself some food and you get ready, and then you just watch the 425 games.
Yes, correct. That is correct. John, agree, disagree?
Yeah, I'm interested in the money line here for the Raiders, actually, because the Broncos are just that freaking bad. I'm like, why
Yeah,
not?
but that defense is that freaking good. Like that defense
Yeah.
is the real deal. And Derek
The
Carr
only
is,
good thing in the game.
and the coach. I mean, I don't even want to look at this game. To me, this game isn't even being played. I do have stock in Devontae Adams, but Devontae Adams and maybe Josh Jacobs, and then shut down the whole rest of the teams. Don't even look at anybody.
Thankfully for me, Cortland Sutton is probably a lock for 10 targets minimum.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Vikings. This could be the game of the week. Cowboys, Vikings. Vikings at home, but they are home dogs by 1.5 points. 48-point over under. Johnny, jump in there on your Vikings.
Oh, yeah, I'm going with the money line here. I've been going with the Vikings a lot lately, and I've been so right about this team. Besides that Philadelphia game, they've won every single game this year. Give me the money line. I think the Vikings are a better team than Dallas, so give me the money line.
You okay, bro?
Yeah, well, because it's Dallas, and this is a very stressful and important game that I
can
need
see
the
that.
Vikings to win. We need the Vikings to win this game. We also need me and my electronic situation to really be better. But I'm going
I
to
was
take.
talking about this the other day. I was telling Albert, as a matter of fact, Tyler Fight Club, I was talking to him about how my dad has a pacemaker, and my dad's pacemaker is hooked up to an app on his phone. And how the other day I was helping him do some things, trying to set up like his banking app on his phone. And we were finished with doing what we were doing. So I went to go close. And you know how, I don't know if this is a common thing. It seems to be a lot of people I talk to that are my age and younger, when they talk to their parents and they have like their phone and they go to close apps, there's like 15 million apps open and you just have to close like every app on the entire phone. And so I go to just start closing apps, but there was really only like 4 or 5 apps open. I was like, wow, okay. So I was just like, boop, boop, boop. And I was like, okay, I closed it. And my dad's like, you didn't close those apps. And I was like, yeah, I closed them. I closed everything. He's like, no, you can't close that. He like grabs the phone out of my hand and he's like trying as hard and fast as he can to like get the phone open and like turn on the apps and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, my pacemaker app. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, my pacemaker is hooked up to the app. I can never close the app. And I was like, what? And it turns out he opens up the app, and the app across the bottom, it's like, never close this app, because if you close the app, the pacemaker could get fucked up. And I was like, so wait, if your phone dies, you die? And then immediately I thought of you, Anthony, because you'd be dead fucking 50 times a day. You wouldn't live. If your pacemaker was attached to your phone, you'd be dead. Straight up, you would be dead. You'd be long dead. Long dead. You
But I'm
you
back.
would not have a chance, because your
But I'm
phone
alive.
dies. Your phone dies daily.
He's back.
Like the concept of batteries.
Talk to the manufacturer,
Concept
fam.
of battery. Manufacture my ass. The concept of batteries is just something that does not compute inside of your brain. Cowboys Vikings, though. Cowboys Vikings computes inside my brain. Vikings have won a bunch of games, but they've only won by 1 score. So they play close games. The Vikings, they're a good team. The Cowboys are going to keep this close. I will take the Cowboys and lay that 1.5 points and say that they somehow win this game at the end, maybe a field goal just because it's 1.5. How about them Cowboys? Anthony, did you pick on this one, or were we just talking about your computer?
I don't know, but I'm going Vikings, baby, money line.
Nah, Cowboys. Bengals, Steelers, 425. Steelers defense, TJ Watt is back. Steelers defense looked a lot better last week. Bengals are 3.5 point road favorites with a 40-point line. John, where do you stand?
Yeah, give me the points with Cincy this game. I think Cincy needs to beat Pittsburgh and need to beat them good. Cincy's just too good. Pittsburgh is kind of in a rebuild right now. Cincy, they're just a more complete team. I think the defense is going to be coming around a little bit more, and I'm interested in seeing how if this defense can actually stop this the Pittsburgh offense, so that way they can run wild with Joe Mixon. So give me the points with Cincy, and I'm going to go with the over actually in this game.
Wow, that's the more surprising one for me, Anthony.
Well, I'm gonna take the. I'm riding the same thing. Give me Cincy. Give me the over. If 40 is low, and I think the Bengals will throw up some points, and I don't think the Steelers aren't going to not score. So I don't think it's going to. I'm saying it's going to be a high scoring game, but I think it can creep a little over 40.
Fair enough. Yeah, over under, I'm not so sure about. I'll play it under just because these teams have pooped out before. But give me the Bengals. I'll lay those points. Chiefs, Chargers, Sunday night. Once upon a time, this game would have been really, really exciting if you looked at it on the schedule. And now it's like, all right, well, hopefully the good Chargers show up. Chiefs have been a wagon. They are 5-point road favorites, 52-point over under. Johnny, Chiefs, Chargers. Before we get to Anthony, who's heavily, heavily invested.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under this game. For some reason, I'm not feeling too comfortable about this game, but I'm going to lay the points with the Chargers. I think the Chargers, if they could get all of their core players back, I think that the offense could start clicking a little bit more. It depends on what they want to do in terms of their offense. Mike Williams is questionable. It sounds like in the news reports today, Keenan Allen might be back, so that would be fucking awesome for me. So I'm interested in seeing the health of the Chargers first, but I'm going to go with the under until I see them actually active, and I'm going to lay the points with the Chargers.
Anthony, how about them Chargers?
Well, both teams actually a little banged up, right? Juju's not playing. I don't think MVS is playing. So
nope, they're both out.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. Hardman. Hardman's on IR, and Juju is out.
Right. But and then you have the shaky, banged up Chargers wide receivers. I think you say that you do the safe play is the under there, where I still think that there's potential for the game to go over, but the safe play is to go under. And the Chargers have win or lost, have kept it very close. So I'm going to take the Chargers getting those 5.5.
I agree with you guys.
This is going to be a game for Eckler and Tony.
Good call. I will agree with you guys on the under, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs to lay the 5 points. The Chiefs have been pretty diesel, and the Chargers are going to have to show me before I believe it. Monday night. This game could be fun. Niners visiting the Cardinals, depending on whether Kyler plays or not. If Kyler plays, maybe not so much fun. The Niners are 8-point road favorites, 43.5-point line. My 49ers, I'm going to go ahead and go first here, are going to win this game, and I will lay the 8 points, but give me the over for sure. Anthony?
I agree 100%. The 49ers banged up. Another team banged up. Ertz out. Like, you don't even know which quarter. Like, you have McCoy or Murray, and you don't know which
49ers are banged up?
No, Arizona.
Arizona's
Arizona's
banged
banged up.
You mean
Excuse me.
Arizona?
I'm saying Arizona players instead of 49ers. Arizona's banged up, right? Quarterback situation there. They're going to score a couple points. I think it's going to go over for sure. And yeah, the 49ers are going to win by 2 touchdowns. Easy.
See, I think 10 points. I feel like a 10, maybe 9, 10-point game. John?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under this game, and I'm going to take the points with Arizona. I think that the 49ers, although they're extremely talented, this Arizona defense has been quietly pretty good. I've been streaming them for a couple of weeks, and they've been averaging about 10 fantasy points a week, lots of turnovers, lots of interceptions. So this defense is sneakily good. So I think the 49ers are going to have a little bit more of a difficult time than people think. So I'm going to go with the under here, and I'm going to lay the points with Arizona, and the defense keeps it close.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, it's three-pick parlay, 3-team parlay time. I'll jump in first. I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders and lay the 3 points. I'm going to go with the under 49.5 in the Bears Falcons, and I'm going to take the Bears on the money line. That is a plus 738 to pay out like $8 and change.
I think I'll be more wild than you this one.
Nah, dude. You know what I do, baby. It's Moneyline Madness. Come on, fam.
Do it.
So we're going to go Moneyline Madness. It's going to get a plus 1080. I like that number. 1080 is nice. Vikings, Jets, Bears. Moneyline Madness.
Johnny?
I'm going to agree with Anthony. I'm going to do the money line madness for 2 of them, but I'm going to change up one of them. So I'm going to do Minnesota, Bears, and I'm going to go with Detroit with the money line.
John, you bite your fucking tongue and you shut your mouth. All right? With that Detroit shit. Get it out of here.
You might hit that money line, by the way.
John's 1056.
1056?
Plus 1056. Yeah, so $1 pays out 11.56.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That is very good. All right.
Mine was 1080, Johnny. Shut up.
And now we're going to take a look at last week's 3-man DK contest, which I believe I came in last place. Let's just
but wait, do we have any?
confirm that.
Do we have balloons? Do we have confetti poppers?
Because, well, don't spoil it yet. In third place with an abysmal score. Yeah, my lineup last week was a wreck. I had Tua and the Vikings defense, and then a whole bunch of nobodies with 82 points. Ugh. With 101 points, Anthony, you had Tua and a whole bunch of nobodies also, but it still didn't take much to roll me. And in first place, for the first time this year, in a daily fantasy lineup with 147.98 points, starting his boy, Justin Fields, Kadarius Toney, Cole Kmet, and Saquon Barkley, Johnny Ortiz takes down the DK 3-man. Congratulations, John.
Thank you. It's about damn time.
Hell yeah. Hell
Dude.
yeah.
Week number 10.
Yeah.
10 times.
Started from the bottom, stayed
Now
at the
you're here.
bottom for 9 weeks, and now you're here. Okay, it's time to take a look at our league recap from week 10. Okay, we had a lot of good things happen, a lot of bad things happen, and we had one team who's just completely decimated by injury. So we're just going to go ahead and dive in. My GOAT for last week, just completely destroyed and decimated by injury. The most injured team in our entire league this season, bar none, easily, has completely let the injuries get inside of his own head and on the outside of his head, obviously. Anthony the Sizzler scored 76 points this week. Once again, in a situation where we had some questionable lineup players. For example, we got a guy named Malik Davis starting. Okay. Exactly. There was a Malik Davis, and he was shuffled in and out. There was a couple other. At one point, it was a fullback, I believe, that was going to be starting in that position. Unfortunate. Cooper Kupp, done for the season. Another injury, another in the long line of players that have come to Anthony's team to die. Anthony now 5-5, losing a big, huge game against PBJ in my key matchup from last week. 76 points, couple of stinkers now recently from the Sizz, and we got ourselves a problem on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony, in inches, how close is your finger to the panic button right now?
It's not even in inches.
What is it, centimeters? Millimeters?
You're in the millies, fam.
Yeah, wow. Real close.
Listen, this, like I said it to you the other day. Everything happened. It is what it is. I feel like I've done a lot of good things, and it's just, it is what it is. Bad luck. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Gotta have a talk with that training staff in the offseason, figure out why every single guy you traded for got injured, and a lot of the guys you traded away got injured too.
Dude, it's our turf. We gotta change our turf.
Turf, you gotta have a lot of different situations going on over there. Just a giant mess. And for that reason, Anthony, you're my GOAT, and you got to get it together. Okay, it's getting late early out there, as the great Yogi Berra once said. John, who was your GOAT this week? No, you know what? John, hold off a sec. Anthony, who was your GOAT this week?
Well, it's hard when you are the GOAT to say the GOAT, but
You were the league ultimate GOAT this week. However,
I have a GOAT of mine that's been a GOAT of mine for quite some time, so I feel like I'm okay then. And it's not like I'm choosing him out of specific reason, like I got a vendetta or anything. I'm just, the cards lay, and I, played the hand. So Omar's outstanding team is my GOAT. Second lowest scoring of the week.
still
Jerry Judy
whomped
goes in
you
there
by 25 points.
No. Well, there was a couple bench options, right, that could have been swapped out, maybe played. Jerry Judy was a 0, but got hurt, injured in a game where this might officially,
Judy was out. Judy was never playing in that game.
Man started at 0.
Oh no, I'm wrong. He has
No,
one
I
target.
think he went in and played. That's what I'm saying. He went in and got
Okay.
injured in that game. He's officially out. I think it already was, but if there was any one of those like mathematical equations where he could have been, he's out, officially out of those playoffs. Chance contentions. You are my GOAT, sir.
Fair. John, who was your hero?
Yeah, my hero is actually going to be the opposite team, is going to be the Moth. The Moth, the reason why you are my hero is because you have kept your playoff hopes alive in the J-Chuck division. Huge win, 4-6. We have 4 weeks left of the season. The Moth is actually a pretty decent team. They're not too shabby. They could definitely win it out. They kept alive, and for that reason, you are my hero.
Good call. I like that. Anthony, who was your hero?
My hero, and funny, I think my GOAT hero combo this week was the same as last week. And my hero is Team Blumpkin, highest scoring team of the week, scored a 169.5. Had a bunch of his 6 players throw up in the 20s. That's gonna win you a game. He needed a win right there to try and keep himself at the top of that division, because they're tight there with those evenly matched records.
Right.
Excuse me. So he is a win against not a very tough opponent, but a win is a win, and any given Sunday could happen. So he locked in a much needed win to keep it up there with the boy PBJ to fight for that first round bye spot.
True. John, who was your GOAT?
Yeah, my GOAT for the week is going to be the Bums. 5-5, just was leading the division. Totally got exposed by the Golden Showers, and a respectable numbers. I got to give it to the Bums. Christian Kirk went absolutely nuclear. He's got Stephon Diggs, Darius Slayton, a big surprise there, Buffalo's defense. But other than that, you needed to win this game. It was a respectable showing, but you needed to win this game. You have fallen out of playoff contention. Right now, he is currently at 7th place, so he is sitting out of the playoffs. And that's a huge loss. And while Danny Mac has bumped himself to 3rd place. So for that, the Drunken Bums are my GOAT of the week.
Good call. And in the other really close, really hotly contested game, obviously, as John just mentioned, the Showers and the Bums, the 11 Amateurs, 1 Pro falling to the Gotham Rogues. Okay, the Gotham Rogues pushed their record to 6-4 with the closest win of the week, just under 3 points. Okay, the Rogues, another team that's in that log jam, as Anthony mentioned, at the top of the J-Chuck division, and also as it pertains to just overall playoff seeding, he's in 6th place right now with this really, really clutch win, sitting at 6-4. The 5th place team also 6-4. Okay, there's a couple of 6-4 teams right now that are battling it out. The Rogues really, really needed this win, and he got it. He got it by a couple of points. Devontae Adams, another big game. James Conner, another big game. And he beat 11 Amateurs, 1 Pro, a team who, as we've mentioned a couple times, has a couple of really good players and a bunch of really bad players. So when you go up against 11 Amateurs, 1 Pro, you need a win. And the Rogues got one. And for that, he's my hero. So we got ourselves a little bit of a situation on our hands, gentlemen, with our standings. Each division leader is 7-3. And then right behind them are 2 teams tied at 6-4 in each division. Okay. And then behind them is a 5-5 team in each division. Okay. So each division has 4 teams that are either 7-3, 6-4, or 5-5 with 4 games left to play. I took a look ahead. PBJ, in my opinion, has a pretty brutal schedule coming up. Okay, there's a couple teams, I think I want to say, in the J-Chuck division that have tough schedules. I probably have an easier schedule than many of the other teams that are left in contention. But teams like the Sizzler sitting at 5-5, the Drunken Bums sitting at 5-5, but specifically the Sizzler. Sizzler is sitting at 5-5 in 8th place and the 2nd lowest scoring team in the league. Okay, so that's a situation where wins are going to be a lot more important than scoring points right now. Head-to-head wins is where it's at. So with that in mind, Anthony, who's your key matchup next week?
My key matchup next week is 11 Amateurs, 1 Pro versus the Golden Showers. Very, very good matchup. Very key matchup for each division. These are 2 6-4 teams, one of those 6-4 teams you were talking about. And 11 Amateurs is the exposed that we've been talking about for weeks on end. And the Golden Showers is the one where we thought was arguably the best team in the league.
We thought I don't know about that, but we definitely thought he was poised for some sort of a big run.
Arguably one of the best teams in the league. It's an opinionated thing. I didn't say arguably one of the best teams in the league.
Fair enough.
And we thought he was going to just have no issue. And when we first stated that, he has had numerous issues and had a lot of losses. So it's going to be a juicy battle. They're pretty evenly matched. Golden Showers, has the problem with the old Lion situation where he's got 2 players where you got to either start both, or if you're not going to start one, which you got to choose which one's going to have the better day. Does he have the Chase still being out? So that doesn't help him either. So this is going to be one of the juicier games of the week for sure for me.
Agreed. Who do you think is going to win?
Who do I want to win? And who do I think? I think for matchup wise, like I see here at Gibson here running against Houston as one of your flexes, huge. Williams, I think, is going to have an okay. I gotta go Golden Showers. I think Golden Showers is going to win this game, but I would like 11 amateurs to win because I think he is the lesser of the team for.
Fair enough. John, who's your key matchup?
Yeah, my key matchup for the week is going to be the Drunken Bums versus Team Blumpkin. Drunken Bums sitting at 5-5 on a 2-game losing streak, whereas the Blumpkin got a huge win last week by pushing his record to 6-7. Right now, this matchup in terms of Thursday, the Bums did not do well with AJ Dillon like usual. And right now, it looks like Blumpkin is sitting in a position to possibly absolutely annihilate him. Right now, the Drunken Bums has Kyler Murray in. We'll see if Kyler Murray plays. If not, he's going to probably be starting Derek Carr, which is not very promising. So this key matchup, I'm going to be honest with you, if the Bums doesn't win, I see him probably taking a downturn while the Blumpkin continues to fight for the J-Chuck division and fighting for first place and that bye with myself.
Who do you have winning?
I'm going to take the Blumpkin this game. I'm obviously going to be cheering for the Bums because I would definitely like a little bit of cushion in the division. But Team Blumpkin is just the better team, and it's a team I'm going to be playing in a few weeks that I am not looking forward to playing.
Speaking of teams you're going to be playing, like I mentioned, you have a tough schedule here, starting with the Rogues. Then you're going to go through the Blumpkin and then into the Bums. Hopefully by the time you play the Bums, their record won't be what it is now, but you've got a murderer's row coming at you. My key matchup is PBJ versus the Gotham Rogues. Okay, this is a very closely projected contest. Jonny hoping for some more Justin Fields magic. Okay, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley, hoping for a healthy Keenan Allen finally, hoping for a Brandon Cooks that does something. Jonny needs to do his research and find out about Amari Cooper on the road versus Amari Cooper at home. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but keep your expectations for this week low. Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb. I mean, Gotham Rogues, another really strong team. I think this is going to be a fun contest to watch. I do think Jonny comes away with the win. However, if Keenan Allen ends up not playing, that could be tricky. I'd like to see what's going to happen here. But I do think somehow Jonny comes out with the win. Fields is not going to have another 40-point game, but I think if 30 is very, you should expect, mid to high 20s, if not 30 points from Justin Fields until somebody figures out a way to stop him. He's just a monster right now.
They said the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever it was, he's averaged 17 points as a running back.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, so you could play him and you already have 17 points as a running back, and then you have a quarterback.
Yeah, and so in the last 4 weeks, I think Saquon Barkley has also scored 17 points or something like that.
Yeah,
so
it's like you've had Saquon Barkley and him, and
a quarterback. Right. And just like a quarterback. It's what he's doing is crazy. But it's also he's better than Baker Mayfield, but it's also obviously unsustainable. So at some point he's going to sort of like tail off, but at the same time he's going to be the first disappointing 30-point player John has ever had. He's going to get 30 and be like, "Oh, I only got 30 from Justin Fields," and we're going to be like, "Shut the fuck up." He's going to complain that he lost to Narkowitz because he only got 37 from Justin Fields this week. But it should be a fun time. We got ourselves coming down to the wire. 4 more regular season games before the playoffs. John sitting in first place in his division, currently occupying a first-round bye. Sweep the leg, occupying a first-round bye in the other division. It's getting late. It's getting late in the season. It's getting exciting. And I will see you guys next week, where it's always Sunday.